How much do you make?
20 to 25K per month. Everyone will be lucky if they know about what's the real game of crypto.
What advice would you give to somebody that is trying to achieve this lifestyle here?
I would say don't choose.
This is Richard, and he's a digital nomad living right here at Bali. And today we're going to meet him and many more interesting persons while we're going around and asking strangers what they're doing for a living, how much they earn, and what advice they want to give to you that are watching this video. So stay tuned for that.
My name is Richard and I'm from Essex in the United Kingdom.
How long have you been in Bali?
I've been in Bali on and off for about 3.5 years now. I came November 2020 and I had a couple months out, but yeah, basically since then, yeah.
Why Bali and how do you like it?
Why Bali? Bali was chosen for me actually because part of my story that you'll find out probably is I was an ex-alcoholic drug addict. The pandemic really spun me out and my brother was here and he threw me a lifeline and said, like, I'll pay for your flights halfway through the pandemic. I'll pay for your flights, I'll pay for your visa, come here and sort your head out. And I came and never looked back.
Can I ask, how are you doing today?
How am I doing? I'm doing good, yes. Just like anything, I have my ups and downs, but I have a good routine here, do you know what I mean? I eat well, I'm at the gym early, I do my sauna, my ice bath, my journaling, and no matter how you start the day, if you do your habits right, you always end up feeling better.
Healthy habits is the key to success. What do? You said you talked a little bit about it, but what do you do on your spare time when you have time off?
When I have time off, I will see friends, I will read, I will go to the gym, I'll do my sauna.
What do you do for a living?
So I've done many things. I am now currently switching into a more sobriety coaching role, which is what is really like my sole purpose. But I've done a bit of everything since I came out here. I was doing crypto for a while, of course. Originally in the UK, I was trained as an audio engineer, but obviously when the pandemic hit, my industry was the first one to go and the last one to come back, so I kind of pivoted, and now I kind of feel like I found something that really is some value that I want to bring into the world. So kind of helping other people through the struggles that I've gone through and kind of help build a kind of a better life for themselves, basically. The more I learn, everyone has the same struggles, do you know what I mean? Everyone has negative self-talk, negative self-patterns or like self-sabotage. And when you have learned something, the best thing you can do is pay it forwards, you know, and like kind of really help others. Like, I mean, everyone is in their own habits, their own world, their own bullshit, but it's all the same stuff at the end of the day. And if I can help other people, then that kind of gives it all greater meaning, greater purpose, and yeah.
So you're a content creator right now, is that what you would define yourself as?
No, I've been here for many years and you see a lot of content creators here in Bali, and it's always been a bit of a turn off for me, to be honest, because like, I mean, you get a lot of bullshit, a lot of fake influencer styles, a lot of people who are all about the image, but it's the classic Instagram versus reality. Now I'm kind of at the point where like, no, social media is just a tool. People will use it however they want, and I kind of feel like if you have a good message and you have something positive to put forward, then you're kind of doing a disservice by not doing that, you know? Because then like people that are putting out just like mindless content that kind of just like takes up people's time and gives no value back, then they're winning in a way. So I kind of feel like I have a positive message to send, and that's what I'm trying to do. But it does take some getting used to kind of being in front of camera and kind of putting yourself out there and being seen. You know, it's quite an intimidating thing, yeah.
If you could give some good, solid advice to someone who might be watching this later on, wondering if they should take the leap of faith and leave their jobs or their comfortable homes, what would you say to those people?
I would say don't choose a familiar hell over an unfamiliar heaven, because everyone's comfort zone and their fear of failure and their kind of fear of like their perfectionism, their fear of being judged or seen or anything is kind of keeping you in the status quo. And if people are really truly honest with themselves, I would say most people aren't happy. And if you kind of take a step back and take a leap of faith, you might fail, but failure isn't bad. Like, people need to reassess their perception of failure as a good thing.
That's amazing. Thank you so much for participating, and I hope you have a good time here in Bali.
Thank you so much. Yeah, awesome.
So who are you and what are you doing?
I'm Beth Lockman, and I own a consulting firm called Tiny Elephant.
Nice. So what are Tiny Elephant doing?
So we work in brand strategy and marketing development, video production, graphic design, things of that nature.
This sounds interesting. How long time have you been doing it?
4 years.
4 years.
Yeah.
Nice. And how long time have you been living here in Bali?
On and off since last year.
What do you think about it?
I love it. Yeah, it's great. Yeah, I mean, Bali is an incredible island. It's got so much power. It's got light and dark and expansion and retraction and incredible food, and the sunshine's amazing, and there's also a lot of important things to know about the development and how to be respectful to the locals and their culture, and yeah.
It's like an upcoming place. There's coming a lot of tourists in it now. It's really important to like think about those values as well. I get that.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So, what is your favorite things about being like a digital nomad and be able to do your lifestyle from down here?
Well, I love being my own boss in general. You know, I can kind of do and say what feels authentic to me and my heart.
Love it.
And I don't have a boss who's going to come down on me for speaking what I think the truth is. So that's dope. Being in Bali specifically, there's really good coffee, so that's helpful. A little caffeine jolt. The people are amazing and inspiring, so in terms of creativity, my consulting firm focuses on creativity, so I get a chance to be inspired by nature, culture, the offerings, the music, just the vibe, you know?
The vibe, and then just doing something that you love. The last question here. So, what advice would you give to somebody that is trying to achieve this lifestyle here?
Gosh, trust yourself.
Yeah.
Reach out to community, reach out to other people who have done it. Make sure that you have a little bit of a safety net because things can happen. So I would say get a little bit of capital before you start to really make the moves. Also, if you want to just pull the ripcord and go, like the universe will take care of you, you know? It's all about the intention you put in and yeah.
I really love this in the universe. Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
What is your name and where are you from?
I'm Khusbu from India. I work as a marketing lead in a crypto project called Eclipsify. It's a launch pad and it launches, crypto-based projects, startups. Yeah.
How long have you been doing this?
Almost 5 years.
What makes someone get into crypto?
If you don't want to get stuck into the matrix of corporate IT and that 9 to 5, you should definitely check out crypto.
Now you haven't been here for that long, but what is your impression?
The place for like-minded people from all around the world are coming here. If you stay in one place and in one city, you are just going to interact with the ethnography or demography of that place. But if you come to Bali, you have a cultural mix of the entire world. Like everybody is coming to Bali. You make friends from all around the corner, and plus you have the peace of this ocean. You can come anywhere, anytime, and you can sit and you can work from here. All the cafes here are so beautiful and have that it's just a vibe. Bali is a vibe.
Bali is a vibe.
Yeah.
So that is really good. Yeah, you say crypto, you say 5 years. If you're comfortable, how much do you make on an average estimated per monthly?
Yeah, it's around $5 to $10K per month. If I stay in one job. If I go for freelancing and multitasking, multiple jobs, if I do, it can be between 20 to 25K per month in dollars. Yeah, all in crypto.
How long did it take for you to achieve that? You said 5 years. When did you first really feel like, okay, this is actually a stable income, or like?
Yeah, so I never thought about it as a stable income. It was a really full of risk path and approach. But what happened is when I completed my master's, I joined corporate in an IT field, and I was so damn cursing every day of my life there because I'm from India and I was working in India. And the Indian corporate culture is quite similar to the US one, which is you are stuck into your desk. You don't have any horizon over it. You don't see anything happening outside you don't have any vision outside that cubicle life. You come, you sit, you achieve the targets. If you don't achieve the targets, you get some mails and stuff. Like, yep. It's like robotic. It's just muscle memory. You don't do anything else. And I was literally not liking it. And growing up, I always had this idea of what will be my adulthood, what will be my adult life, how will I be making my living, and how these things will go. I always dreamt of like I'll have a free life, I'll make good money, I'll be free to move everywhere, and it was not happening at that time. And it was every day I was just thinking about it, like what should I do? Should I just go back to home? Should I leave this? Should I? All sorts of options were coming on my mind, And at that time, crypto happened. And when I first learned about crypto, I just knew that it's a place where people make a lot of money and nothing else. It was so hard because the learning curve of crypto is so steep. It's so steep, like it's just too hard to understand crypto in one day, 1 week, 1 month, not even a year.
How long did it take for you to feel like, okay, now I actually got a grip of this?
In the first year, I was confident that I can go out and work with crypto projects, but but only when I started a little bit of investment and putting my money here and there in crypto, I started to understand how the sentiment in the crypto market revolves around, even when you are not investing. It's just you are just working there for any project. But it's also it's very important to understand the sentiment, and then you connect to it in real sense. So after 2 years, I would say I was quite like feeling like a pro to come out and play on front foot. So it almost took me 2 years.
2 years
Yeah.
to become a pro and to make money.
Money I was making from the beginning itself. Like money as in not huge amount of money, but a decent amount of money.
Affordable to make a living out of it?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I was making it because some part of this field doesn't require you to being very pro in the game.
What kind of advice, if someone watches now and they feel like, okay, cool, she's awesome, I want to be like that, or anything like that, what kind of advice would you give to that person?
Decide what you want. What you want. Like, if you want a corporate life, the floor is yours, the stage is yours. Please go ahead, nail the skills
Climb the ladder.
climb the ladder. But if you want life with freedom, where you can go anywhere and everywhere and do anything and everything that you want, do not let that feeling fade away within you. Keep that feeling burning inside you. Find your way. Find your calling. It can be crypto, it can be anything else, it can be social media influencer, it can be blogging, it can be anything. Obviously the starting will not be promising. Even maybe the entire year, your first entire year can be as depressing as it can be, but if you stick to it, you will achieve what you want. So first decide what you want, and then find a path that seems even all the paths will seem difficult, for sure. No path will seem like, okay, this is achievable. If you stick to it, you will certainly achieve it.
One step at a time, right?
Yeah, one step at a time. Yeah.
That's great. Thank you so much for participating. Living in Bali can offer a luxurious lifestyle, but here is the surprising part. Luxury doesn't have to mean expensive. We stayed in a huge private villa, and you will be amazed over how little it cost us. If you're curious about the price tag, check out the video right here.